Hello, guys. You're welcome back to Matthew Reports. Look, I don't know why certain people love inserting themselves into Black American culture and business, only to completely disrespect the very people who built it from the ground up. It's a pattern we see over and over again. The same crowd that constantly claims they love our dollar, that wants full, unrestricted access to our trillion-dollar buying power, are the exact same ones who turn around, try to rebrand our sacred institutions, and have the audacity to tell us we don't have a culture. Let's pause and make it make sense. If you really think we lack culture, why are you so desperate for our platforms? Why are you so hungry for our spaces? You take something created by and for Black Americans. You completely alienate the core audience, you change the whole formula, and then you act shocked when the seats are empty, the venues are ghost towns, and the revenue dries up. It's the ultimate contradiction. You want the profit, but you want to erase the people. You want the clout, but you want to silence the community. In this video, we're seeing clip after clip of a completely empty Essence Festival. And let me tell you straight up, it is glorious. It feels like poetic justice after years of corporate greed, cultural mismanagement, and outright disrespect toward the community. Black Americans have simply had enough. The days of blindly handing over our hard-earned money to corporations, creators, and organizers who take our loyalty for granted are officially over. We are witnessing a massive wake-up call in real time, a collective realization that our support is not automatic, our loyalty cannot be bought with cheap marketing, and nobody, absolutely nobody, can exploit our cultural legacy without consequence. Watch these clips closely, because this is what happens when the culture decides to speak with its wallet.
So, I'm at Essence right now. It's 7:42. Started at 7. They announced the first performers, which were supposed to be Siren, a couple minutes ago. They just cut their music. They never came out. If you look around, it is so empty. And I understand people are going to be late, but where is everybody? What's going on? Where are the performers? Where are the performers?
I'm sitting here with you. I don't know.
Yo, I think I made this video in a moment. As a dinner right now at Essence Fest, I'm so fucking pissed and beauty time because our row is like fucking empty, like legit. So much space here. Meanwhile, our entire audience is like stuck back there. They're not letting them in. People are really, truly, no one at these booths, and there are thousands of people over there waiting to get in, can't get in. We're missing out on like over half our sales. Bro, the lack of people in here is ridiculous. I'm just on.
Yo, that's the line over there. People trying to get in, right? See how long that line is on people is? Now look at the road.
You see all that space? Like, as a vendor at Essence Fest and BeautyCon, you're not even getting half the sales you're supposed to get because they're holding everyone back in the line.
What the fuck?
And people spend money to get here, flights. We put product down. We spend money on banners, on like setup. And people can't even get in. And when they do get in, they're rushing to the big vendors like Doug and like Tide and the MEL. And all the small brands are suffering. We can't get sales. I'm not gonna lie. I heard some like rumors and bad stuff about Essence before I came. But this is like much worse than I could ever expect it. And I'm not trying to shit on like nobody, like no black owned brand. But respectfully, fuck that. We're not getting our sales, we're not making our money. We spend money. I'm not even gonna break even. I'm just fucking pissed right now. I'm fucking pissed. I'm not gonna lie.
I mess with diaspora wars because I love black people. I love all black people. And I love black cultures. But let's be like for real. People really in the diaspora was really shitting on black Americans. For whatever reason, they tried to say we didn't have culture. They've been saying it for years. The anti-blackness when it came to black Americans was high. I saw it. I just didn't comment on it because I don't want to participate in diaspora wars. But I didn't know that they were really taking that seriously. I didn't know that they believed it. I thought they were just trolling black people. But Essence Fest really showed them that we do have culture, didn't it? Because we didn't show up. And the fact that you took a festival that has traditionally been known as Black American culture, you cannot deny it. I guess you tried. You tried it. because that's Black American culture through and through. It was even in the movie Girls Trip. What did y'all think that was? And now you're going to try to do Essence Fest. That's why wasn't nobody there. Talk about some, what was it, Jollof rice competition? Are you serious? Like, are we being for real right now? I'm just happy that in this moment, people are really starting to wake up to the reality that is Black American culture. Between Black Americans sticking together and not going out and fighting ICE, and Black Americans not showing up for SFS when our culture isn't represented. Y'all finding out, ain't you? I'm serious. And I'm glad that you are finding out, because let's just put this to bed. Let's put it to rest that Black Americans don't have culture, because now you're finding out when we don't show up, all of a sudden it's where the Black Americans. I thought we didn't have culture. Why are you worried about us? And this is my thing. Y'all never apologize. You just expect us to come. You think we forgot about the things you said about us? I don't understand why people don't come back to us, Latinos included, and say, you know what, there is anti-blackness. We were talking about you. And you know what, now we recognize the error of our ways. We're sorry and we need your help. No, you don't do that. You just expect us to do it. And then when we don't do it, you say we're next. Okay, let's find out.
Yeah, the Black Americans, they won't be back to the Essence Festival. I just watched some videos and I didn't. Yeah, they won't be back. That lady said the originals are here. The original what, ma'am? Y'all are mad disrespectful. Mad disrespectful. But hey, you know what? You bought it. Good luck with it. Good luck with it.
So now Africans and Caribbeans are calling Black Americans xenophobic once again for not approving of the Essence Festival because they co-opted it, or a person that represents them co-opted it and only prioritized African heritage and lineage, which that's not what Essence Festival was all about in the first place. But yet again, that's just another thing of people basically over-centering themselves in what we created and what we cultivated. You feel me? Calling us xenophobic, saying that we don't appreciate shit, but it's completely okay for them to say whatever the hell they want 365 days out of the year about Black Americans. People crying on the internet. I think I seen somebody on live getting mad because it's actually an African was saying that, hey, Black Americans are one of the most successful Black ethnic groups in the world. And then you got the Caribbeans being mad like, that's not a fact, that's not a fact. Yes, that's a fucking fact, okay? If that wasn't a fact, you wouldn't have people from all these developing countries mass migrating to the United States. The number one Black ethnic group in the United States is Black Americans in the country where they're from. We are from the United States, and we make up the majority of Black people in this country. And we are an ethnic group from the Western world, all right? So that means that our dollar stretches far beyond any other developing country. So we are one of the most successful Black ethnic groups in the world. That is a fucking fact, and people need to get the fuck over it. I'd rather you ignore that than to say that it's not true. Y'all ignore everything else, but don't dare say that that's not fucking true. You feel me? My people didn't fuck with the Essence Festival. Get the fuck over it, G. It is what it is.
And can we also talk about how NOLA is undefeated? Can we talk about how NOLA is undefeated, baby? I don't even know why people play with New Orleans no more. Why do people play with New Orleans, baby? It's something in the water. It's something in the water. Okay? So now Essence Fest is more than likely canceled and not going to happen for 2026 because Reload done sat up here and fucked up the church's money. Okay, he apparently didn't pay the vendors. Not the vendors. He didn't pay the convention center, and then also I think he didn't pay some vendors or whatever he did. But he ain't pay some folks, so they in debt. Okay, they in debt. Sponsors are pulling out. Okay. Folk was already boycotting it from last year because, like I said, NOLA wasn't playing about that goddamn Joe Law versus Jambalaya shit. So, first, they done got I Complain, who sat up there and played with them over the damn Zulu parade, baby. They done got her ass up out of here, baby. The Minister of Defense, from Zimbabwe, but she was the Minister of Defense for South Africa. So they done sat up there and yeeted that girl over into the other world, baby. They done yeeted her ass up a yonder and into the afterlife. That done fucking happened. And now they done sat up here and done got these people with the damn scam, and the Africans came over here and got them scammed in NOLA and also played in NOLA face. Because here's the thing, if they ain't made no money, whatever, y'all know how we do. We pull together as a community. We would have pulled together and made something shake, whatever. We'll save shit, But no, baby. Them people like they folk. Them people played with New Orleans. All the damn Africa TikTok and the diaspora was popping shit. And we told y'all there wasn't gonna be no goddamn Essence Fest. We told y'all that shit was gonna be shut down. Because we knew. And once again, NOLA has shut that shit the fuck down, baby. NOLA is undefeated, baby. New Orleans is undefeated. But all of Black America told them don't play with the people. We all knew that. They used to tell us stories in childhood to not play with them. Listen, African diaspora, okay? Caribbeans, y'all better listen. Black Americans, y'all don't know nothing about Black American culture. Black American culture, that we got tales about New Orleans folk. We got tales about the Creoles from Louisiana as a state. Not just New Orleans, Louisiana as a state. That is not a place that you go fuck around with, on, next to, near. You don't fuck with them. There are old wise tales. There is mythology about Louisiana. Okay? You don't fuck with them. And if you want to go and track the historic of it, baby, they got them in their history. They were one of the largest free societies during the time of slavery. They held massive holdings of land when black people weren't even allowed to own land. They had all kinds of money and wealth, and they had mysterious deaths of slave owners and clansmen. Do not fuck with them people.
So I just looked at a little interview the new owner of Essence gave, right? And okay, so he's saying they're already strapped for money. Okay, they already strapped. So this is gonna be short-lived. Look at this right here. Louisiana still has to give them money for 2026, and they don't have to do it. Okay. So y'all go ahead and voice your opinions on this thing, right? Just go ahead. If you in New Orleans, you in Louisiana, just go ahead and tell them don't even worry about giving the festival any money because they trash now. This is truly a con, okay? Just like what Akon did over there in Senegal, this right here is a con to try and get Black American dollars to fund somebody else. They are deconstructing and trying to rebrand something built and made for Black America to give it to somebody else. Talking about Black culture. Black culture is here in the United States of America. Every single country in Africa, every single one has their own culture. Black culture right here. Soul culture right here. So he's trying to get them dollars. And he done went over there just like Akon did in Senegal. Okay? So he done went over there and sold them people over there in Africa. I'm not sure what countries. Sold them people over there some dream. Okay? When he know doggone well he need the funds from Black America. He done went over there and sold them people a freaking dream. And then run that thing through Black America. That thing sounds just like a con. A con game. Don't support Essence Festival. Don't support it. Because remember, we don't have a culture, remember? Remember what the new CEO said? She's talking about something. The source, the culture. Okay, I guess we not good enough to have one. Okay? But for some reason, you want our money and our culture to go overseas. Okay? We don't have one. We not good enough for our own culture, but you want it. No. That's not how that's going to roll. No. Black Americans, do not buy a ticket to that Essence Festival. Do not. They are using your dollars to fund some other stuff. And former employees already wrote about this. They don't even work there anymore. So don't worry about all that. Former employees, 80% of the original staff was furloughed. Okay? They don't even work there no more. All right? So you don't even have to worry about all that. Oh no. I done checked it out. Furloughed. Okay? They put in new folk. I guess that's why stuff not working. They're trying to use your Black American dollars and your Black American culture. And they done went over there and told them folks, y'all gonna have it. Just like Akon was trying to sell people on that freaking Akon City. And now it's in the dumps. And money had already been spent on it and everything. It's in the dumps. Do not give Essence Festival any of your money. The original Essence is shut down. The Essence we love and know is gone. That's some new branding Essence. It does not belong to us. If it does not belong to us, tell that man to go and get the funds that he wants from all the other countries he's serving. And tell him to fly on over here. He can take it on over there or whatever. and make sure they have the money to buy them tickets. Because in all those countries around the world, them tickets kind of expensive. Okay? Them tickets kind of real expensive. So you make sure you get them they flights and everything. Come on over here and fill them seats. But Black America, Louisiana, all 50 of these states with Black Americans in them, we don't need to fund it. We don't need to fund it. No, because if they're trying to rebrand it for everybody else need to pay for it. Because we weren't good enough. Because remember, according to the world, we don't have a culture. But we not funding nobody off our stuff, okay? No, run in, he swooped in about it. Because the idea was Black American dollars. Black America has a 1 point something trillion dollar, almost $2 trillion buying power. Okay? We have the largest buying power just in our ethnic group alone. We have the largest buying power out of all the countries. The black, racially black countries. Just in our uncultured selves. Okay? So I suppose since we are uncultured and the Essence Festival of Culture, okay, is now bought up by people who are not Black American, right? Then I guess they need to leave us out of this. For real. Okay? Let them handle it. Because yeah, a lot of little slick talkers out here on this TikTok. A lot of slick talkers out here. Yeah, it don't belong. Your show don't belong to us no more. You right. You right. That's y'all stuff. We know what our essence is. That's y'all stuff now. Handle it. Handle it. Because we just gonna call up our people. And make sure that because it's being rebranded for everybody else, that they need to move overseas. Because it's not ours. What the flip is that about? Because he not gonna pull no Akon on us. He not gonna pull no reversal Akon junk on us. We're gonna build something, but we're gonna build it with Black American dollars. And we're just gonna use the name and the fame and try to keep it on the hush. But all those allegations came out. All you gotta do is look up the name. All those allegations came out. All those allegations came out, and it's big from former employees. All those allegations came out. It's been printed on page. It's been printed everywhere. Okay. The allegations were so big that they even had a petition to have all of those people he hired removed and himself from the CEO position, which he had to step down because they were telling the sponsors not to give a goddamn dime unless he was removed from being the CEO. That's how much heat they caught. That's how much heat they caught for trying to rebrand and to have this new direction with Black American dollars. That's a lie. Don't pay for anything. They're strapped. 2026, the contract is over for Essence Festival in Louisiana. The only way it can re-up is if Louisiana gives more money. So go ahead, New Orleans, because they was treating y'all dirty. A lot of y'all wasn't able to go to the festival because they shut y'all out. Okay? And then they had a lawsuit on somebody else over there, a bookstore or something like that. A black bookstore. The original Essence would not do that. So no. Don't give them a dime. We can start something else. Don't give them a dime. Let that shut down. Let their Essence shut down. Okay?
Essence Festival is not what it used to be because y'all started catering to the young gals instead of catering to the aunties and the uncles, okay? Essence Festival has always been for an older crowd. It has always catered to the older demographic. Y'all started catering to the hot girls and the hoochie mamas and the baddies of our society. That's when Essence Festival started to lose its luster. That's why Girls Trip, the movie Girls Trip with
What we are looking at in these clips is the raw reality of what happens when the collective community decides to withdraw its support. Look at the empty rows. Look at the absolute lack of hype. This is the collapse of an event that used to completely dominate social media every single summer. People used to plan their outfits months in advance, book flights, and fill arenas. Now, it's a ghost town. From heavy allegations of unpaid convention centers to corporate sponsors quietly pulling out to 80% of the original foundational staff being furloughed, it is a complete, undeniable downward spiral. And let's be clear, these aren't isolated incidents. These are symptoms of a broader, deeper refusal to accept a watered-down, co-opted version of our own legacy. If you want to cater to a completely different demographic, or if you want to shift the vision overseas because you think our roots aren't good enough, then go get those dollars somewhere else and see how far it gets you. Spoiler alert, it gets you empty seats. To every Black American watching this right now, keep standing your ground. Never forget the value of your dollar, the weight of your influence, and the power of your presence. Your buying power speaks louder than any corporate PR statement or apology ever could. You deserve platforms that celebrate your dignity, your history, and your specific culture without trying to phase you out in the process. Nobody should ever have to compromise their standards or shrink themselves just to support a brand name that no longer respects them. And to the corporations, the new owners, and the organizers who thought loyalty was guaranteed while they rewrote the playbook, maybe take a long, hard look at these empty arenas and finally learn the lesson. Stop treating the community as a monolith and stop taking our cultural impact for granted. The world is changing, the consumer is awake, we are no longer easy targets, and this economic awakening is absolutely unstoppable. This breakdown isn't about hate, it's about balance finally tipping toward respect. It's poetic, it's necessary, and honestly, more of this energy, please. What do you guys think? Did Essence Festival lose its soul by changing its formula? Or is this economic pushback long overdue? Do you think they can ever recover from this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's get the conversation started. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to support the channel, smash that like button right now. Share this video with someone who needs to see the truth, and make sure you hit that subscribe button for more unfiltered takes. We'll catch you in the next one. Stay strong, stay aware, and keep pushing back against the nonsense. Peace.